Stern, a major German magazine, has published an expose accusing the UNHCR of operating a criminal human trafficking operation in Africa. Now, this accusation is not new. NBC National News in America accused them of the exact same thing 8 months ago. And there's been accusations, whistleblowers, exposés for years and years. Now, here's specifically what Stern is accusing them of. Now, the UNHCR is tasked with picking the most vulnerable and deserving refugees to fill resettlement slots in Germany and other Western countries. So countries like Germany will say, over the next year, we'll take X amount of people from countries A, B, C, and D. Well, the UNHCR is supposed to select the absolute most deserving people, but in reality, the spots are sold. So Stern said that what they found is that people were paying $2,500 for a spot, and then the UNHCR employees were providing them with fake documents, fake medical records, completely disguising who they are. Now, what makes the Stern expose different than other exposés I've seen is that according to Stern, the headquarters of the UNHCR in Geneva is at least kind of sort of conceding that this is really going on. They made a statement to the magazine supposedly saying, we're aware of corruption, and they allege that they're taking major steps to reform. Now, this is a lot different than what I've seen in the past, because in the past, not only will the UNHCR deny everything, they will attack the accuser and saying, if you accuse us of wrongdoing, you're putting vulnerable refugees in danger. People could die if you accuse us of stuff. Let me also point out that all of this is coming from left-wing sources who support open borders. This is not right-wing conspiracy hour. Stern is a left-wing sensationalistic rag magazine. NBC National News in America is very left-wing. Now, UNHCR stands for United Nations High Commissioner on Refugees. It's also called the UN Refugee Agency. Now, in 2001, there was a huge scandal. This exact same stuff. Illegal human trafficking. They were charging people money to be put on slots as vulnerable refugees, fraud, the whole works. And there's all kinds of other, they don't just charge for that. Stuff that they're supposed to be giving out for free in these camps, they routinely charge for. So food, medicine, protection, all the stuff that they're supposed to be giving out for free is routinely being sold to these refugees. Now, keep in mind, the UNHCR had a budget of almost $1 billion in 2000. Last year, it had a budget of $8.5 billion. Sebastian Kurz, in his brand new coalition agreement with the Green Party, calls for Austria to give them more money. So 2001, a big scandal blows up. The UNHCR forms a commission to investigate it. Some people are allegedly held accountable. But since 2001, they have refused to hold any more investigations. Whistleblowers have been fired. People who were identified as criminals by the whistleblowers were not fired. They were just transferred to different camps where they could start their operation anew. Now, the man who led the UNHCR investigation back in 2001 is Frank Montiel. He told NBC National News last year that it's even worse today than it was in 2001. And meanwhile, the UNHCR is often portrayed as saint-like. Kate Blanchett, Angelina Jolie, Ben Stiller, they're all official ambassadors of the UNHCR. And in reality, they're engaged in widespread criminal activity, and they have been since the 90s. It's undeniable. Now, a big thing we're seeing in the Northern European left-wing parties right now, like in Germany and Sweden, They'll say, well, we took in huge amounts of people, gave them asylum. These are people who came here illegally, and maybe some of them weren't the most deserving.
You call this a cell phone? I had a better phone than this in Iraq. You have ruined my dreams in my childhood. I am just an unaccompanied 17-year-old minor. Where is the money? Money! Money! Money!
But now they say, we can't just do away with asylum because that would be inhumane. So what we need to do is go to third world countries, handpick the most deserving people, and then bring them directly to Germany and Sweden. Well, that's exactly what the UNHCR has supposedly been doing all this time. And we see that it's a total fraud. Everywhere you look, we see nothing but a giant for-profit refugee industry. Everybody's on the take. Everybody's making money off of this. And the people who aren't making the money are promoting it because they want the votes. These are new voters for the left-wing parties of Europe. All right, thanks for watching this video. Click the like button, post a comment down below and tell me what you think about this. And please consider making a donation to this YouTube channel. And I would like to thank Don for making a donation. And please support my sponsor, Patriotic Flags, the online flag store, patriotic-flags.com. And click the subscribe button. New video every few days.